Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Guys, if you thought you will have a chill time before the anniversary starts, you were dead wrong. We got these news right here. So first, on Friday, February the 27th, we're planning to launch 3 events simultaneously. So for one, we're planning to launch a 2x event to summon legendary champions from Sacred Shards. And also we're planning to launch a 10x event to summon Edward Kenway from Sacred Shards. Please note that the duration of the 10x event will be 1 day shorter than the duration of the 2x event. Now this is not ideal for a champ chase tournament, but here comes now the interesting part, okay? And we're planning to launch a champion chase tournament where you'll be able to get a limited champion Bayek and other valuable goodies. If you manage to take the first place on the leaderboard in your group, 100 players, during this tournament you will earn Bayek. For the players of all levels, the minimum points required for this reward is 5,000. Note, if you take first place but have not earned the minimum points required, you will not receive the champion. This tournament will last 72 hours. So, we got a big whale event coming up. This is pretty much the Shredder event, the Queen of Hearts event. I don't know who else it was, Odin. Every time there was a collab, a time-limited collab, we always had that Void Legendary out of that collab as a guaranteed from a Champ Chase tournament. But only for 1% of the player base, right? It's only for the first place in a group of 100. So definitely a whale event, and I see a lot of people going crazy on this, okay? So there are a couple of unfortunate situations here, right? So for one, we have a 2x Sacred Shard event on a Champ Chase tournament, which is not ideal, okay? Even on a 2x event, you would theoretically prefer to open smaller shards on a Champ Chase tournament and open your Sacred Shards on summon rushes, because there you will always get the maximum amount of value, right? The 500 points, which is exactly what you would get if you pull a legendary, even on a 2x event, right? So in general, the value for Sacred Shards is much better on summon rushes, even when there's a 2x on Champ Chase tournaments. On the other hand, we have the anniversary coming up next week, okay? Usually it starts around the 4th. Okay, the 4th of March. So this is the last weekend before the anniversary events and tournaments start. So yeah, very unfortunate situation, but seems like a very smart move from Plarium to let all the whales and krakens, including myself, to go for this guaranteed champion from this champion chase tournament. Now let's talk about Bayek for a second, because I think he's probably the best assassin out of all of them. Not only for PvP, also for PvE. So he's defense-based Void Legendary from the Barbarians. He has Leech on the A1 as well as a turn meter fill. He has an AoE attack where he places decreased accuracy, decreased resistance, 2 very important debuffs for Chimera, for example. Also places a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. If a target is under 3 or more debuffs, places a provoke for 2 turns. Pretty interesting. Provoke, not that strong in Arena, for example, but still you have 2 debuffs, very important debuffs for Chimera, very helpful. Then you have the increased accuracy buff, perfect veil, and increased defense on all allies. That are 3 very, very interesting buffs, and he has a nice synergy with the increased accuracy buff, okay? Because on his passive, Siva's Pride. This champion and their allies cannot receive critical hits from enemies whose accuracy is equal to or lower than their own accuracy. And this opens up a lot of possible comps for the arena that wouldn't have been that tanky without him, okay? So if you pair him with a Carnage or a Hilvi or whatever that has, you know, high accuracy, that you want to build with high accuracy, and you place that increased accuracy buff, you won't get critical hits, which is very, very amazing. It literally makes Carnage a little bit more tankier and very hard to kill, okay? You cannot crit. So very nice synergy with champions that you build with accuracy. And then you have this extra turn as well. So basically what you can do is buff up, get that extra turn, provoke the enemy team if possible, and also decrease their accuracy, so you make sure your accuracy is buffed up and higher than the ones from the enemies. Very, very interesting stuff. But also free buffs and 3 debuffs in total, that's 6 buffs and debuffs, is very, very helpful for Chimera. But also in general, it's a very, very strong champion that can be used pretty much anywhere, okay? And now that we know that he's going to be the guaranteed, or, you know, the champion from the Champ Chase tournament, it kind of opens up the question, how will we be able to get Edward, okay? So now we have the 10x for Edward on Sacred Shards, but I think they're still going to do a guaranteed event or tournament for him. And we had now a path, we had a fusion, now we know it's going to be Bayek from a Champ Chase tournament, so the only thing that is left is a Hero's Path. And I doubt that they're going to put Pontiff in this Hero's Path because he's not time limited. Okay, he's an event champion, but he's not time limited like the other ones, like the Assassins, okay? After the Assassin's Creed collab ends, you will still be able to pull him, even though it says here this champion can no longer be summoned from shards. This means he can't be summoned from shards during this event period, okay? He can only be summoned during those progressive events and so on during this event. But after the event ends, he will just join the summoning pool as a regular champion. That's something you might have missed, so I just wanted to point it out. So yeah, like I said, the question is, will Edward be guaranteed from a Hero's Path with a soul eventually? Because that's the only event that is missing so far. We had everything else for the other Assassin's Creed champions. This might be the last one that needs to be guaranteed. And this is also the only event that we didn't have yet, right? So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Will he be guaranteed from a Hero's Path or something else? Now, in terms of the Bayek event, I'm probably going to go for it because, like I said, I think it is the best assassin out of all of them, in my opinion, especially for end game content. Cassandra is also very helpful to me for Chimera. I actually had a run with her to get the 25 mats, and she also can get the 4-star assault, you know. I don't see a place where I would use Basim for me personally. Edward might be useful for the arena, but Bayek definitely is helpful for Chimera and arena. So he's definitely the best one out of them because he has value for both, for PvE and PvP. So yeah, guys, there it is. Champion Chase tournament for Bayek. I'm super excited about it, but also at the same time a little bit cautious because we got the anniversary coming up, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of new Argonites champion. We only have Cassandra so far, right? So we're probably going to get a lot of Argonites champion during the next couple of months, and I hope I don't have to completely deplete all my shards for this champion, but in case I have to, I probably will, and that's gonna be definitely a lot of shard pulling that I have to do. But we will see what the group's gonna look like. As I said, we're gonna get 100 players in one group, so yeah, 1% of the player base will get Bayek from this tournament, right? And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button. Let me know in the comments below if you are trying to go for this Champ Chase tournament. I know it's more of a whale tournament, but maybe you'll get a easy group and you can snipe Bayek with, you know, minimum effort. We will see, right? I think there's definitely a small chance for that. Okay, so don't forget to hit the like button, it really goes a long way. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. The YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.